Everyone, and welcome back to my 6th video now. This is my 7th match. From the 6th match I do not have a replay, or I did not make a video due to the fact that I had a disconnect after 7 minutes, so it's not that exciting to show you this video. So today we have also a new map. There were a patch I think last week and a new map were implemented. Up front, another fact. I had chosen the wrong deck. I normally play Scandinavia, and yeah, by mistake today I choose a Landjo deck. So it's the Danish-German coalition, and yeah, it was a bit funny because I started this match and then I searched for the units that weren't there. For example, NASM and Automatic and such units I normally play from the startup. So I had a complete new map and yeah, a complete new deck, which is normally used from my side for 3 versus 3 or 4 versus 4 matches. And yeah, now I had to test it in a ranked game. Yeah. 2 words to this new map. We have, I think this map is a bit uneven. Due to the fact that from my starting position it's very easy to secure echo due to the fact that you can drive down these roads and you're more faster than your enemy, which drives down this road and then have to cross, for example, the forest or these plains and cannot use any roads. So therefore I try to secure echo, which will be an easy job, and the main part of my army will try to get into Bravo, because this is normally a bit easier for my enemy. It's very close to his home sector, and it's good if you sneak down the road and then bring your army into this forest. If you secure this forest with your army, you can snipe everything out of this forest, which drives down the road here, and you have a bottleneck here with this bridge, so it should be very easy for my enemy to secure Bravo. Therefore I try to engage directly at the beginning at this sector to secure this forest and this little city to get step in to Bravo. Golf, yeah, Golf is a sector in the middle. From my point of view, is it not necessary from the beginning onwards to secure Golf. I'll try, as always, to secure my flanks, and then possibly on a later stage of the game I will try to move into Golf. Yeah, a complete new startup due to the fact that I had another deck. I play from the beginning onwards some Yekra, not the Danish ones, the German ones, and a Scout Defender, some Leopard 1A1. These are very good scout vehicles. I like them due to the fact that they can fire out of the woods and still are hidden. On the right side, same setup, some Fliegerfaust 2 I use as AA capability, and some tanks to support. These tanks come at a cost at 25, so it's not that high amount. So, as always, my Scout Defender moves forward, finds the enemy and start firing. So I had the idea what's coming up. So let's switch the view. That view has, as always, my point of view. So I saw some Spetsnaz and some other vehicles which drives into the Golf sector. On the right side, my Scout Defender identified another vehicles. I fired at them, though they were a bit slowed. But I was not aware, because it's I think the first or second time I play this map, that they are still moving as fast that they reach this city before I move in. So therefore I need to get back with my AA, and my Yekros try to start fighting this city. It's not the optimum, and but I try to take him down. The tanks are moving from the back line, firing in to give fire support for my Yekra at the front line. And now the Kraken flies in and boom, nothing. This was not that good bombing run from the Kraken. Some Spetsnaz crew moving in, Motostrelski and my scout defender is under fire from his manpad. I think in the game I didn't saw that, therefore my scout defender will be gone. So, nevertheless, it seems that I'm winning this fight with the fire support from the backline, from the tanks, which are firing at his vehicles, and my enemies, my army slowly takes down the Motostrelski in this city. So I start to move forward a bit too late because the bombing run from his side is coming. So this is a very good reaction from his side, because to counter such many cheap infantry, you can bring in some cheap bombers to counter this infantry. Yeah, also bombing run at my tanks, and now nearly my whole infantry is gone, and I can't win this fight anymore. So this fight was lost from my side due to the fact that I did move my infantry a bit earlier, that not only one bombing run can take down my whole infantry. So, on what's happened on the right side. On the right side, I moved in only a few units to secure this forest, and I moved in my Leopard 1A1. As I said at the beginning, it's a very good scout vehicle, due to the fact it can take down the enemy which moving in over this bridge. If you bring some support down to this road from his home sector, the Leopard 1A1 can take this down. So this is a very good strategic position at this map. You can see what's coming in from his home sector, driving down this road or this road, and the tank can directly take under fire which coming down this road. So keep in mind, this is a very good strategic position. If you have the possibility to secure this position, do it. In the middle sector, there are only cheap tanks as well, and some Jäger to defend this forest, another manpad to give some AA capability in the middle sector. On the right side, my tanks are still in position, but now he moved in some vehicles to take down my tanks. These vehicles are very cheap, but very good it seems, but these tanks are not that good. They come, as I already said, at a cost of 25, and they have accuracy of 20% on the maximum range and so on. So these are only tanks for the beginning. So, another problem for my enemy. I sneaked my Jäger, as always, down this road, and my Lynx helicopter moved into his base and found his command vehicle. Hey guys, I explained it in many videos, why you do not secure your flanks. It's very easy to secure your flanks. As you can see, some Jäger or a scout defender on the right side to secure the whole sea area, and a scout defender on the left side, and everything is fine. Nothing will happen. This was a clear strategic mistake from my enemy to not secure his flanks, and I directly took down his vehicle. So another command was here. I directly set a ping on this command vehicle, and I started instantly my Kraken to bomb his command vehicle again. In the meantime, I started another attack on the left side, but it was not that successful. My Jäger were taken down by his Motostrelski. So, Kraken flies in. My Jäger are still here at the back line. It's not the best position. Later on I will move them here to this forest to have a clearer view at his home sector. So, Kraken comes in. No AA capability. Drop the bomb. And yeah, possibly it seems that I had a hit. and now he had to bring in another command vehicle. So, as I said at the beginning, I have here my Leopard 1A1 standing in the forest and firing on everything coming up the road. And now his home sector is secured already, again. It was a bit too fast, therefore at this stage of the game I thought that I didn't hit his command again, or that everything would go wrong. Nevertheless, I have another +3 at the moment, 175 points in front. And yeah, my right side is completely secured. Here is a Jaeger in this house to secure the bridge and to see if you try to start an attack through this forest, and some Jaeger are spread in the forest to secure the flank. And that's everything I have on the right side. It's not that much. I would like to launch an attack on the left side, and therefore I took all the points and invested them on the left side to push my enemy out of Bravo. Keep in mind, it was not the best idea, as I said at the beginning. Bravo is normally the sector which is easy to control if you start on the side of my enemy. But yeah, it should be a bit challenging, and therefore I would like to try to start an attack. So my idea was, I have a rocket artillery in this deck. It's normally a just for fun deck from my side, so yeah, it was a bit difficult to play a fun deck in a one-on-one ranked game. But nevertheless, I had the idea to set some smoke screen here to bring in some helicopter-based Jaeger in this forest, and to stun my enemy in this city with the rocket artillery. Some words to the rocket artillery. The rocket artillery is not used to kill enemies. I use the rocket artillery normally to stun my enemy before I start an attack. It's a good idea, or you can use it if you rush into a forest or a city, because it will give you a good chance, due to the fact that if this rocket artillery hits your enemy infantry, your enemy anti-air, your enemy tanks, they are normally stunned. And this will be very good if you have, for example, a stunned anti-air gun of your enemy. You can easily bomb. If you have stunned infantry, your infantry can sneak into the forest and take his infantry easier down. So that's some words to the rocket artillery. I saw another UAZ command vehicle driving in from my enemy, due to the fact that I have the scout here in this position, and I also saw that it was an unarmored command, so this should not be the best idea. I use normally armored commands. It's a bit better from my point of view because they live longer, and you do not have to buy one command after another. So now the attack starts. My mortar is firing to the city to set a smoke screen, and as I said at the beginning, my rocket artillery starts firing into the city, and now my infantry starts the attack. I have here a short bottleneck, and I try to get over the bridge as soon as possible, as long as the smoke screen is set. So a problem appeared. I had here a Leopard 2A1 in the back line to support my storming infantry, but I can't use it due to the fact that he brought in an anti-tank helicopter. Therefore the Leopard is still stuck here in the forest. So one Lynx helicopter were taken down, another one were hit also by his anti-air. So the attack on the left side were wrong. So also my rocket artillery is firing into this forest a bit in this area to make life easier for my Jaeger, which normally should land here in this forest. So my my Jäger were also taken down, so this attack was a completely mess. But nevertheless, it were a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm 220 points in front. It's at the moment 0-0 from the victory points, so yeah, it looks good. But with this attack, I lost at this moment my complete capability to challenge my enemy. As you see, I have only some command vehicles, some artillery, a Leopard 2A1, which I couldn't use due to the fact that he had an anti-tank helicopter and I had no anti-air on the left side. So this was a clear macro mistake from my side, that I didn't have some anti-air capability on the left side and my Leopard 2A1 couldn't push this attack. So another scout defender is moving in. He spotted some vehicles from my enemy. One rocket pod was already fired, and I directly start to fire with my mortar at the enemy position. So it's always a good thing to directly open fire with your mortars or your artillery you have in the back line to support your scouts. So, nevertheless, it would be better if I had set some fire here in this area to support my Jäger to hold this position. So now this position is gone, this forest is gone for me. So my support is marching in a bit too late. I ordered some Fliegerfaust 2, which had really a good anti-air capability. They have a chance to hit of 70% and they have a power of 5 to take down enemy planes and helicopters. And yeah, due to the fact that I had no NASM in this deck or automatic and so on, I tried to set up more Fliegerfaust to bring more AA capability to the middle of this fight. So, radar, anti-radar, anti-air is moving in. Radar, anti-air, and I started directly. And Tornado seaplane. I would only challenge my enemy if he micros his anti-air. He didn't, as you could see, and yeah, it was only a fun run because it's very expensive, because a Tornado ECR comes at a cost of 150 points, but he has a really good anti-radar capability, and I also play this Tornado ECR to stop bombers, because he has 4 anti-air missiles, and yeah, it's sufficient to take down some Yak bombers or, for example, some enemy seaplanes. So I like this Tornado ECR. So now, bombing run, and he tried to bomb my position. He only hit my vehicle, and my manpads are firing at his bombers, and one bomber goes down. So I spreaded my recon a bit, due to the fact that there was no marching infantry or anything or other helicopter from his side. I set up my defensive line here to get a bit closer to his base, and on the left side I ordered a scout defender, and my Jäger are still in place, so this will be sufficient to secure my flanks by far. Due to the fact that I had no counterfire, I will try to sneak my scout defender to his backline, possibly to get more information about his vehicles, which coming in, which driving down the road, or about his command vehicle. All in all, at this stage of the game, due to the fact that I lost a high amount of points in this area with this attack, I lost a bit the initiative. So yeah, I set it up defensive positions, because I'm nearly 220 points in front, and therefore I started to set up some defensive positions. I brought another command to bring it here to golf, to get another +1 and to bring this game over the time. So bombers moving in or anything else, because it's that slow that it could only be a bomber. It's a Su-24, which has really good anti-infantry capability and to block my whole front line. So my scout defender saw another vehicle here. I think it should be secure the sector, and I saw his command vehicle, which is not standing into the forest, which is standing behind the forest. That's okay, because, and here is his command vehicle at his home sector, so that much command vehicles, yeah, it was a good job from my scout defender. Yeah, it's not a, from the beginning onwards, a mistake to set a command in this forest, behind the forest, not in the forest. Because if you have some recon here, you do not see this command vehicle due to the fact that it's standing behind the forest. But as you can see, if you have some recon behind your lines, it's easily to see where the command vehicles are. So my Draken gets some fire out of the city. At this stage, I did not be aware that there are some infantry in the city, but nevertheless, my Draken comes in. Bombs are gone. Second Draken comes in. Bombs are gone. His command vehicle is taken down. My Draken is going down as well, but mission accomplished. Both command vehicles were taken down from my Draken. The command vehicles come at a cost at, I think, 110, 105 points, something like that. And my Draken come at a cost of 120. I lost one, so mission accomplished. Well done. I have another +4 now, and it would be an easy thing to bring this game over the time. I have, yeah, good defensive positions. I moved in some FKPs. So now my enemy were a bit lucky, because my Yekra are standing here and starting firing at his command vehicle. And the anti-vehicle rocket missed, so he had his USZ still in this sector. I had some recon at his USZ, but he moves into the forest. So yeah, it was really lucky, really lucky, because if this anti-vehicle rocket had hit his command vehicle, I think this match yeah, will be a bit finished a bit more earlier. So Marder in the backline to support my infantry, but nevertheless my Fliegerfaust 2 were gone. That was not that good from my side. Now I moved in some Fallschirmjäger from the Germans and some Panzergrenadiere. So my FKP spotted the enemy in the city. It's if you know that you have an enemy in this position, do one thing in each map. Try to probe the enemy, that you are aware at every stage of the game what's in the sector. And as you can see, I probed with my FKPs, saw his Monostrelsky and start firing. So to keep your enemy a bit yeah, in hurry, also always probe at every stage of the game, each position, and to set up fire, because micro, if he had to look here, he cannot have a look here, and therefore it's very good if you do probing, sneak down your with your infantry through the forest, set up a position here or here, and probe your enemy to keep him in hurry. So now I reached 70% of the victory points, and I have another +2, now a +1. So at this stage of the game I start to bring it over time, because I had not that deck in the backhand to set another push, or that units to push again. Possibly I will change this deck a bit, and then I will play my ranked games with Landjut. So you can leave some comments. What do you prefer, or if it's okay for you if I change the deck sometimes. This was a change by mistake, so sorry for that. But normally I play the Scandinavian nations, and yeah, Landjut is not that bad from my point of view. You can also play it in ranked games, but this matchup is a bit worse due to the fact that I played this deck normally in a 3-on-3 and 4-on-4 games. So I secured golf only with a command vehicle at this area to get another +1. As I said before, to bring it over time to get some more points, and that's it. Scout Defender, Jäger, nothing happened really at this stage of the game, so let's have a look at a view of my enemy. He brought in a seaplane. I think I do not know why he brought in a seaplane, because I didn't play any radar anti-air from the beginning onwards, so do not know. So my enemy set up here to command the defensive position as I probe with Motostrelski some units more, and he secured this city with anti-air and Sapari. It's okay, but as you can see in this overview, there are nothing at the flanks to secure his home sector, and this is clear, macro not micro mistake. So then he starts another attack in the sector, but as I see here, he had lost a lot of points as well, because he do not have that many units on the map. So now he found my Jäger, my Scout Jäger here in the forest, and they were taken down. So I started another Tornado ECR to keep my enemy a bit in hurry and to micro his anti-radar. Now this were a really good job. I think this were the anti-radar. At this point he microed his anti-air radar and switched off, and he activated it after my ECR were just above him, and so my ECR were taken down. So it's really necessary to micro your, if you play radar anti-air, it's really necessary to micro it, otherwise you will lose it very easily, but it could be very powerful if you micro your anti-air. So nothing happened from my side. I brought in some Fallschirmjäger to secure this forest, and another Su-24 is moving in to bomb my Panzergrenadiere. So, in the meantime, I also set up a Leopard 2A1 beside my Leopard 1A1 to get some fire here on the road. F-16 MLU. My enemy were shocked a bit too late, therefore I lost my F-16 MLU. It was also a problem from my side if F-16 MLU can stand this fight, but it had no support from any other anti-air, otherwise I think his plane were gone down. So now I brought in some Roland because my manpads were gone, and I only had some Roland 3 in the back line, in the backhand. So to support my backline, I brought in those anti-air. I start firing with my mortar on this position. And I probed again with my with the empty transport vehicle what's in this city in front of me. So that's the thing I do in every game. Use your empty transport vehicles to probe your enemy. So I try to sneak some Jäger at the top of this little hill to get a view what's behind. Another manpad. And this is bad micro from my side. Normally I have to switch off my anti-air when you buy it, so this will not. So, as I said before, I have here a tank in position and a scout, and everything which comes down this road, you can start fire. Good job from my enemy. He directly brought an anti-tank plane to take down my Leopard 2A1. I ordered another one. Now my Roland are switched off, but normally you switch off your anti-air if it comes into the sector, and not when they are at the front line. As you saw before, my enemy brought in his anti-air, and I sniped them on the way to the front line. So bad micro from my side. It should be done better next time, but now it's switched off, and there is no risk if he launches a seaplane. So, now are nearly 12 minutes left. My enemy now has a +1, but this will not be sufficient to win this game. Also bad micro from my side that I didn't unload this manpad. So, bombing runs for free, he thought, but my Roland are now in position and take down his Su-24M. And directly switch off your anti-radar, as you can see here. So good micro at this point, bad micro from the beginning onwards. So he did the right job. He directly started the seaplane, but my radar anti-air were switched off, therefore he had no easy target. Yeah, at this stage I will switch the view again to have the whole overview of the map. Sorry, it's the wrong one. Here, right one. So, as I said in the beginning, as I promised, it's very easy for me to defend Echo, and it's very hard to get into the Bravo sector. And I think from the beginning onwards, next time I will have hopefully another deck, and I will be not surprised if the game starts which deck I'm playing, so it's really funny. But nevertheless, hopefully you enjoyed it. I think nothing will happen. In the last 10 minutes there are some bombing runs, some planes will go down, and that's it. But nevertheless, to summarize this game, so my enemy was not that bad. He made some mistakes, the same I made. For example, with your anti-air, that we didn't both switch off the radar, and my ECR took down his anti-air on the march to the front line. Another mistake he made were not to secure his flanks, because if I didn't have this bombing runs in the beginning and to take down his home sector, I think 2 times, and to take down Delta again, it would be very hard to win this game. So therefore I would suggest, if you play ranked, or if you play or in general if you play Wargame, secure your flanks. If you do not secure your flanks, you can lose the whole game by one mistake. You can make some mistakes when you lose an anti-air. You lose, for example, a tank. It's not that good and can bring you out of the game. But if you do not secure your flanks, it can completely keep you out of the game. And I think that's not a point. This is a point you can easily secure, that this will not happen. And I think if you watch a replay and you see it 1 or 2 times that you lose a game by not securing your flank, it's very cheap. You can set up, not like me, for example, in Scout Defender, you can also set up a transport vehicle or something else, but keep in mind, bring something to the flank. You can also bring an helicopter, an empty transportway helicopter to this forest, or to bring an empty transport helicopter here to the ocean, or on the top of the forest here. But very easy to secure your flanks, but as you saw in the game, it can completely bring you out of the game, and I think this is not the reason why you play this game, that one mistake can bring you out, and this is very easy to handle. So Leopard 2A1 at the moment in the front line, but I think nothing will happen. Leopard 2A1, FKPs to secure the forest, and here on Bravo I probe again after I lost my FKPs because this game went on. So at the end we have 383 to nearly 220 points. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I will try to set up a new rank deck. Please leave some comments. What do you prefer, if I should play Scandinavian nations again, or if I should create, for example, a complete new deck for each game, or yeah, please let me know. Or if you want me to play a special nation, please let me know. Leave some comments, and hopefully, yeah, see you again. Bye bye.